And we have breaking news. The new prosecutor in Fulton County election interference case is dropping the charges against President Trump and other co-defendants. Chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky has these breaking details for us. So, Aaron, this prosecutor took over after the previous prosecutor, Fani Willis, was disqualified for accusations of misconduct. So why is this new prosecutor looking to drop this case now?
He says that never before and hopefully never again will our country face circumstances such as these, the effort to overturn the 2020 election results. But in a 23-page decision, Peter Skandalakis, who is the head of this nonpartisan independent group that took over the case from Fani Willis, says the case is now nearly 5 years removed from President Trump's infamous phone call with the Secretary of State in Georgia asking for extra votes so that he could win the state and therefore the election. He says 2 years have passed since the grand jury returned charges, and there's no realistic prospect that a sitting president will be compelled to appear in Georgia to stand trial on the allegations in the indictment. And so he concludes, he says in his professional judgment, that the citizens of Georgia are not served by pursuing this case in full for what he says could be another 5 to 10 years. So in the end, there is no prosecution of President Trump and others who were charged in Georgia. There were a handful of guilty pleas at the outset of this case. It appears those will stand, but others who were charged, Mark Meadows, for example, the former chief of staff to the president, they will no longer be charged. He's
not questioning the merits of the case, though. Does that mean it could be revived in future?
It doesn't appear like it's going to be revived. He says that there are compelling acts that were alleged, but he also does cast doubt on the main charge, which was racketeering. That was brought against people like Rudy Giuliani and Meadows and Trump and those who tried to serve as an alternate slate of electors in Georgia to cast votes for Donald Trump, even though the state went for Joe Biden. He said that may have been a bit too much in the case in particular of some of the defendants. So the case was on life support, as someone famously said about it, and this seems to kill it off.
All right, Aaron Katersky, thank you.